What is a relationship? In the case of Power BI, it is filtering. Without relationship, the filtering is not going to happen. Whether it is Power BI or the RDBMS, relationship is mandatory. Okay, without relationship, you cannot do filtering. But when it comes to Tableau and other tools, you don't have to design or design the data model, everything. Okay. Now let's take a look at the types of relationship. We have 4 different types of relations are there. The one is one-to-one. The other one is one-to-many, many-to-one, many-to-many relationship. These two are more or less same. One-to-one, sorry, one-to-many and many-to-one. These two are more or less same. Okay, and the one-to-one. What is one-to-one? A citizen can hold, each citizen should hold a single SSN number in USA. In India, Aadhaar number. Sorry, Aadhaar number. An Aadhaar number should be held by a single citizen. Each citizen should hold only one Aadhaar number. This is one-to-one, but in real time, we don't use one-to-one relation much. And one-to-many. What is the example for one-to-many? So relationship is also called as a cardinality. So in the interview, right? So one of the interviews they asked, "Can you explain cardinality?" Cardinality is nothing but relationship. Okay. Here, the cardinality is one-to-many. So what is the example for that? An employee, a single employee can work in multiple projects. Let's say you are working with Accenture, and so let's say your name is Raj, and you are working with Accenture. You are working in more than one project simultaneously. There are situations, right? And a single car manufacturer produces more cars or more models of the car, and a customer can order more than one item. A single customer can order more than one item. These are the examples for one-to-many. And the next one is many-to-one relationship. What is many-to-one relationship? The opposite. More than one employee. More than one employee can work in a project. Obviously, let's say we have something called supply chain analytics. In this project, we have close to 18 employees are working here. Supply chain and enterprise data warehouse. In this project, 18 employees. So more employees are working in a single project. This is called your many-to-one, and more items ordered in a single order. So this is another example for many-to-one relationship. And we have something else called many-to-many relationship. In the most of the interviews, Power BI interviews, they ask this question: many-to-many relationship. What is many-to-many relationship? The many-to-many relationship occurs when multiple records in a table are associated with multiple records in another table. So this is a classic example. A single employee, Raj, can work on more than one project. Let's say he is working on supply chain analytics, and he is working on finance also, finance analytics. Right? A single employee can work on more than one project. A single project can have more than one employee. Apart from Raj, we have something like Ashok, and we have something called Kiran. In a single project, more than one employee can work. In a single employee can work on more than one project also. This is called your many-to-many relationship. So many-to-many relationship is, the way how we implement. The implementation part is a little bit tricky. Okay, supposing if somebody is asking you, each employee is working on how many projects, I wanted to know that. Each employee, I wanted to know the total number of projects worked by each employee. The employee name is available here, whereas the project name is available here. For example, this is the table. You see, you have something like this. Look at only these two tables. In the employee table, you have some employee ID, employee name. The project table, you have something like project ID, project name. The project ID is unique key, primary key here, PK. And in this table, employee ID is the primary key. But to answer to this business question, like I wanted to know each employee who is working on how many number of projects. Let's say this guy is working on 2 projects. But how will you know unless you join these 2 tables? Unless you join these 2 tables, how will you say? But to join these 2 tables, you don't have the common column between these 2 tables. You don't have the employee ID here, and you don't have the project ID. Then how will you? How can you say that the how many number of projects each employee is working on it? You cannot say. Okay, this is kind of a many-to-many relationship. The implementation is that how do you implement it? You need to have the bridge table here. Bridge table. It is also called as a link table or the bridge table. The bridge table, you store both the tables, key column here, employee ID and employee ID, project ID and project ID. So these 2 columns forms the composite key. Okay. If you see here, the employee ID comes from this table. So here it is, if you see individually, this is a foreign key. Project ID is foreign key to the project table because the keys in this column comes outside of this table. The employee ID keys are coming from outside of the table, from another table. So, this is the basis. Whatever the employee ID is there, that is the one should be there here. But in this table, the employee ID column, you can have the duplicates here. But here you cannot have duplicate. Fine, you have created the bridge table here. Good. So now you can say that the 101 employee ID 101 is working on SCA1 as well as is working in RA1 by putting duplicate record. Here it is allowed. But if you see here, these 2 forms together a composite key. This employee is working on this project. Again, the combination of these 2, you are not supposed to have it here. Duplicate should not be there. Okay. And similarly, this one. So you might be, asking other questions. Okay. So this year, January, I worked in 2 different projects. And September also, after, the February month, I got relief. And again, we got assigned to these 2 projects. Again, these 2 combination of records comes here. Don't you think it's duplicate? That's a different thing. Okay. Let's not get into that discussion. So here you just think you need to have bridge table to answer to this question. So now what we can do is you can join these 2 tables. So here this is one side, right? This is many side. This is one, this is n, many side. So one to many relationship. Here this is one side and this is many side, one to many relationship. Okay, a single project can have more than one employee. Look here, 101, 102. I see, right? Similarly, a single employee can work on more than one project. Okay. With the help of the bridge table, you can join these 2 tables and you can answer to this question because here, if you see here at 101, the employee name, you can get it here. So Rajendra Rajashekara is working on supply chain analytics as well as retail analytics. This is how you can retrieve the data from those 2 tables with the help of the bridge table. Simply, you can say in the case of many-to-many relationship, so we have used the bridge table or the link table. Can you give me the table name? You can tell them the customer and account. This one example. A single customer can have more than one account in a bank. A single account can have more than one customer. Joint account holder. Son and mother. Joint account. Husband, wife. Right? Joint account. A single account can have more than one account holders. This is a classic example for many-to-many relationship. In this case, we need to have bridge table. Okay, so right, so you need to say that way. So the next one is the review questions. What is cardinality? Cardinal is a term that is used to describe the uniqueness of the values in a column. Look here, this is from the RDMS point of view, the relationship cardinality. Okay, refers to the here, but in the case of Power BI, cardinality refers to the relationship. Number of rows from one table that are related to another, one to one to many to many. What is it called when multiple records in one table are associated with multiple records in another table? Just now I discussed. Let me see how many of you are not feeling sleepy. What is the answer for this one? Multiple records in one table or associated with multiple records in another table. I need your honest reply. Yes, Satya. How about others? You guys are able to understand, you leave it, okay? But I need all of you to participate so that we can make it more effective. Sakshi, can you tell me what is the answer for this one? What is the answer for this one? Need some more time? Yes, other guy responded. Many to many relationship. Multiple records in one table or associated multiple records in another table. This is what many to many. Okay, only two people answer many to many relationship. When it is what it is called multiple records in one table or multiple records in the table, many to many relationship. The next one is the direction of the. I think you people are exhausted, so you feel overwhelmed. We will. I'm going to wrap up this as of now. You have any questions so far?